What's up, Facebook? What's up, guys? I hope everyone is having an amazing morning. We're going to jump into some calls this Friday morning. Obviously, we got the holidays happening. We've got lots of deals actually in the pipeline, and we're plugging away. I love this stuff. You know, there's a book I've been revisiting the last week. It's called the Laws of Human Nature. If you guys haven't done it, it's a big book. But there's some really good stuff in here, and one of them. There's on chapter 11, there's a chapter called the Law of Grandiosity, right? When we think we're bigger than we actually are. I like to say that jumping into sales, jumping into seller calls, jumping into talking to people, it really keeps you in check, right? Like, hey, what skills can I sharpen? What can I get better at? What do I need to do better in order to win? So anyway, I hope all of you guys are freaking doing awesome. I hope no matter where you're at, what your business is, what you're looking at, that you are, the guys this last week talked about the queen bee role. Hey, you guys are focusing on the thing that matters in your business and you're not getting distracted. There's so many distractions all over, and it's really easy to get distracted. So I hope that you guys are plugging away and not letting those distractions take you over. So we're going to jump in this morning. I got a follow-up call we're going to start with, and then we're going to jump into some new leads. We opened up some new marketing channels and such. So let's just see how this stuff goes. So I'm going to follow up with this one this morning. How's everyone doing? Give me a comment. I want to know what you guys are up to. Let's see.
Hi, this is Yvonne. Leave your name and number after the beep. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Yvonne, this is Ronald Walker. I was giving you a call about the property in Grand Rapids. If you just give me a call back, I'd love to speak with you. Otherwise, I'm sure it's a busy morning for you. So I'll reach back out to you. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks. Bye. All right. So the voicemail. I like to call people back in like 30 minutes. So we'll try giving her a call back here in a little bit. All right, let's jump in. I'm actually going to jump into a dialer and see if we can get some. We actually started some text messaging yesterday. So I have some that came in that I don't have the names of the people, but they responded back. Let me see. I had an error in my text messaging, so I'm just going to jump in here. Let's see. Resync. Let me see how many it resyncs. 8. Is that all of them? No. Let me go through this, guys. Let me see. Okay, that's super interested in that. Sorry, I'm just putting this together. Interesting. Let's see. I'm going to call this guy. My leads came in all weird, so I apologize. I was going to hop on the dialer, but let's do some manual dials and see what happens here. Let's see. I'll jump over to you guys. How's everyone doing? All right, we're making the call.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
All right.
Jim Cannon.
Jim.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Jim, this is Ronald Walker. I sent you a text yesterday about the property in Kalamazoo. I know you said you'd be open to selling it for around $300,000. If you'd give me a call back, this is actually my personal cell phone number here, so feel free to reach out to me, 616-236-4387, 616-236-4387. It'll come to me directly. So thanks, Jim. Bye. All right, let's grab the next one. Let's try to get somebody on the phone. Let's see what this one's about. All right. Not super interested in that. Let's see. Let's see what this is about. I'm not sure. This one might be a lot. They're asking 25 grand. So I think you guys know, if you've been watching this, I've actually negotiated a number of lots. We have 3 right now that we're working that are under contract. So we're a big fan of lots. Lots have been amazing, especially with builders. Terry Brown, where can I watch your...
Please leave your message for 269-599-8380.
Hey, this is Ronald Walker. I was actually reaching out to you regarding the property in Kalamazoo. We were texting yesterday on my other phone. This is my actual direct number. You can reach me here. Again, Ronald Walker. I want to talk to you about the property on 20th Street in Kalamazoo. So give me a call back. I'd love to speak with you. Bye. Where can you watch my past calls? So if you go to Real Estate Power Play YouTube channel, they're actually on YouTube. If you look at it, so go to YouTube, type in Real Estate Power Play, and you can watch the last calls. I'm also, if you go to my personal Facebook page, they're all on there, so you can go back and listen to them. There's some days that are better than others. Some days, we get things like what we're getting today, and other days we've talked to a lot. There was one day we had 3 that put 3 properties under contract that day, which was awesome. Actually, I think I put 2 under contract, but there was 3 that agreed over the phone, which was super cool. So go back and take a look at those. As we're looking at it, I'm going to put this attempted. Let's go to the next one. Actually, all right, that one's not one. Division. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to jump in here and, all right, division. Let's call this guy. Sorry, the way I did, I started new marketing yesterday, and I made there was a little bit of a mistake. They've come in and they're all kind of weird as they came in. So I'm having to do some manual dial. So I apologize about that. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes.
Hey, this is Ronald Walker. I sent you a text yesterday about your property on Division.
Yes.
Is this a good time, or I catch you at a bad time, man?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Okay, cool. I didn't actually get your name. I couldn't find your name after I was looking at it. I don't know if I accidentally deleted it. Can I get your name?
VJ.
What was it?
VJ, like DJ VJ.
Oh, VJ. Cool. All right, VJ. Do you want to sell that property or no?
Yes, I want to buy.
Okay. Cool. What do you want for it?
200,000.
200 grand. Okay, cool. Are you flexible on that price, or is that just what you're asking?
Everything. Money talks,
Yeah, I understand. Well, why don't you tell me about what's going on? Catch me up to speed on your process, what you're looking to do, a little bit about the house, all that fun stuff.
Okay. This, I have like a half of this in this shopping center. Half of property I own. And this
Yep.
is like little far from other corner. Other corner we have like 6 places we using as our gold buying store. And this is like a little. I have like a 3 store between them. So I bought it because it was in the mall I wanted to buy, but I bought like one bigger plaza, so I don't have plan to expand on this area because I have, Buffalo Wild Wing on 28th Street.
I do.
Yeah, that's my plaza. So
Oh, nice.
I bought that big one, so I have no use for this. So we have like tenant for last 3-4 years, and they just left last month.
So
it's everything.
yeah, does it have a triple? Does it have like is it already leased out or is it vacant or what's the state of the building? Because it sounds like it's not a house; it's actually a commercial building, right?
For this month, it's vacant.
Okay.
And after I put on this listing, I got like a couple of calls from serious buyers. They want to put their warehouse or they want to open. So whatever they can do, they can do. And it's also possibility someone can open as like a take-out restaurant or something because it has a hood and everything inside. And I got like a city inspected. They have like little nominal things to do before they put the restaurant, and it's good to go. So it's like a multi-purpose. Either you can use a retail shop, either you can use a warehouse or restaurant or whatever. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And
Well,
condition is very good inside. The guy who was opened it like a space, they put like a new flooring, new paint. Inside condition is very nice, and outside is a brick building in the shopping mall. So yeah.
okay, I'm curious. Are you currently working with a realtor or no?
No, I own that, and I know I do a lot of e-commerce. I do hotel, I do like this kind of property, I do like gold buying, selling business. So I know this. So but somebody selling, somebody bring business, maybe I can like 3 to 4% commission to them.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. I totally understand. That's cool. So most of the stuff I do is on the single family side. Okay. So most of the stuff I'm looking for is homes. So a lot of the commercial buildings, like what you're looking at, like I would be open to it, but I would partner with another guy that focuses on commercial. So it's not necessarily in my wheelhouse exactly on what I'm looking to do. But if we were to come in, we can do it 2 different ways. We can either pay cash. I guess my other question is, would you owner finance it to us or no?
Yeah, that's like another possibility. If you have like little aggressive offer on the financing, it's a free building. I have no loan, nothing on it. So it's possibility, yes.
Okay. So possibility of owner financing. And then if we did do owner financing, do you have like a monthly amount that you would want, or what would you accept on a monthly basis?
I can go with like about like 2,500 a month and like 20% down. So I need like a 40,000 down and like about 2,500 a month, and 1,000 going towards interest, 1,500 going towards capital. So they have like all the like a bank do, but my interest rate is high because if I have that money cash, I can make about 15 to 20%, but
Right.
I'm giving you owner financing at 8%. So that makes difference. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, typically, for us, when I'm turning around and buying something under financing like that, I want our interest rate a little bit lower than what you're asking. So I might not be a good fit for this one, which is okay. And going from there, what would be if someone came in with a cash price and you didn't have to pay commissions or anything? What would be the cheapest you go on a cash side?
About like 180.
Okay. 180.
Yeah.
So I know a couple people who are interested in the commercial buildings. I don't know if I'm the right guy for that. Just from looking at it, I'm looking at it while we're talking on the phone too.
Sure. I have like a store in the same shopping center at the other end.
Yeah.
Maybe if you pass through like 44 division, we buy gold, the jewelry exchange. That's me. I'm always in here. So if somebody
Nice.
or you wanna come and you wanna see, I can show you, or somebody can show you that. So you have like, you take pictures and you send that to your clients or whoever interested, and we go from there.
So you're on the end at the store that buys gold. Is that what you just said?
That's my
Nice.
my place. So first 5 at the south end of this mall, the first corner at 44 and Division.
Mm-hmm.
That first 5 is my place, and I'm
Nice.
using all 5 of them.
Very cool.
Right. Yeah.
So let me ask you, if I don't buy it, or what's your plan? Like, what happens if I'm not the buyer? What's your plan with that building?
I have like lots of inquiry about renting and all this stuff, but it's too small for me to handle that property. That's the only reason. Like somebody pay like 12 to 1500 a rent. It's not worth it my time to negotiate, to go and do things for them.
Yeah.
So that's a problem, So that's why I want to get rid of. And if you come across any like a big shopping center or something, about $5 to $6 million shopping center or hotel motel, I'm interested in Grand Rapids area.
Okay.
Or any multifamily like 5 to 6 million. That's what I do. Like whatever property we buying now onwards is about like 5 to 6 million. So
Right.
I can put manager there and they can handle. Like
what would you do with
plaza,
it?
the Grand Central Plaza.
What would you do with the big shopping center? Would you just hold it and have like tenants on a triple net lease? What would you do?
Just the investment property for me, like that Buffalo Wild Wing, they are all tenants. They paying me rent. I'm happy with that.
Those tenants are really nice with kind of the triple net lease and everything. You don't have to worry about anything.
Right. And I have property manager, so I don't have to involve in a day-to-day thing. So anything happen, manager, they collect rent. If somebody late or something, he do know what to do procedure. Only thing, he just update and just report to me.
Yeah.
I don't even go there. Like when I drive, sometime I like drive past to everything going, okay, I feel better and that's it. So that kind of property I'm looking at.
Gotcha.
And $5-6 million hotel or even residential unit, so I can put somebody in manager. I don't have to do day to day because we're very busy at this corner buying gold, silver, and the bullions and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't have time, and we need like more family time too.
Gotcha. Yeah, I totally understand. When you're in that and you're in the retail, man, it just kind of sucks your time, being out there in the front. So let me ask you this,
Right.
With you doing and kind of investing in the, the shopping centers, the Buffalo Wild Wings, those bigger buildings, do you invest in single family houses or just commercial?
No single family house, because that's the reason I tell you, like if 5 to 6 million property, it's like about like let's say 30 to 35 units, little community. So I can put manager there. They do maintenance, they do collect the rents and all this stuff. But that kind of property I prefer. I don't go like individual houses, and I have to have a team. I don't have team. I have team. They work, but it's in a contract basis. So I don't want that extra headache. And especially, it's hard to find manpower right now, and especially in this field, construction field. It's hard. It's getting hard day by day.
Yeah.
So instead of focusing on individual houses, buying in this, it's not worth my time. Even I make a one per house $50,000 to $60,000.
Right.
It's not my kind of. Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate it. I don't think I'm 100% for that shopping mall. I don't think that's gonna, fit what I'm looking for. But if I come across, I'll keep your number, VJ. And if I come across something that's a little bit bigger in that that $5 to $6 million range, or if it's like a commercial, like a Buffalo Wild Wings or one of those locations, I'll keep your number, bro.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right. Hey, VJ, you have a good one.
Yep. You too. Thank you very
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice. So that's not going to work. That's not really what we're looking for. Let's go like this. This guy's name is VJ. VJ. There's some notes here. What do you guys think of that? Any thoughts on the commercial side? So VJ is a commercial investor. owns a buying gold shop. He owns Little Wild Wings, and he owns a commercial building on 28th Street, which is a pretty high end, pretty good area. So it looks like he's doing. I don't know if he's buying it himself or if he's syndicating money, but looks like good stuff. So I'm gonna put. This is not interested. We're not really interested in something like that. All right. So as we go through, let's jump in and let's jump into the dialer, guys. That's what I want to do. I want to jump in the dialer and try to talk to some more people. So do I work with realtors? Yes, I do work with realtors. I'd love to sit down and talk and kind of figure out what your business looks like. And, we'll either take the property, if it's something we want to buy ourselves and turn around and invest in, we can relist it with you. We can pay commissions. But yeah, totally open to working with realtors. We just got to sit down and kind of work out what that looks like, what I'm looking for. I can go through the criteria of what we're looking for and what we're willing to buy, what we're trying to wholesale, and especially with owner financing and different things. So, yeah, just send me a private message, and I'd love to figure out how we can work together. All right, let's open up the dialer. I don't know if you guys can hear that upstairs. They're vacuuming. My office is actually in my house, so I don't know if you guys know that or not, but it is. So let's go to. We're gonna go to these warm. Start here and turn the dial on. What are you guys doing for the new year? Anybody? I just got a message from a buddy of mine this morning asking me like books that I'd recommend for the new year while we're waiting for the dialer to kick up.
Good morning.
Yeah, is this David?
Yeah, this is David. How can I help you?
Hey, David, this is Ronald Walker. I was calling about your property on Edgerton.
Yes.
Do you want to sell that property or no?
Yes, we have it up for sale through a realtor right now.
Oh, you do? Okay. I'm a real estate investor, so I'm looking for something off market and look at that. So it's not necessarily something I would go. Is it something an investor would want, or is it something that a retail buyer would want?
Well, I used it as a rental home for about 10 years,
Okay.
and it returned a good investment. But I'm just tired of being a landlord, and with some of the COVID rules and stuff, when my tenant moved out, I patched a few things up and put it on the market.
Nice. What are you asking for it? What's it on the market for?
$239,900.
$239,900. Awesome.
I was getting $1,350, and I'm sure I could get $1,500 a month for it.
As a rental?
Yeah.
Nice. $1,500 a month.
That's my guess. I haven't really looked in the rental since, but they were there 3 years, and I wasn't bumping the rent on them because they paid on time and they were good tenants.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I on the rental market, we hold stuff. I do owner financing, like when we pushed out more than rentals, just very similar to what you're talking about. When you get a rental, I actually had 3 of them during COVID that stopped paying and, kind of end up being a little bit of a pain. So I totally understand that. Let me ask you, if we came in with a cash price and purchased it, I mean, would you what would be the best you'd accept if we were to come in and pay that way?
Right now I'm trying to get 220 clear.
All right. So you're trying to clear 220. Okay. And if it did need does it need any major remodeling, or is there anything that needs attention or that hasn't been updated?
No, I just put in new composite vinyl plank in the lower level and trimmed it out.
Okay.
I put on new deck boards. They will need to be sealed this spring because you're supposed to wait. I just put them on this fall, and they're supposed to wait a whole season, so they'll need to be sealed. It probably needs painting here and there, but right now it's still doable in a paint job.
Yep.
Nothing. The stove is only about a year old. The hood is only about a year old or less. The furnace is probably 15 years old. The roof, I did all the remodels. I owned it and lived there for 13 years.
Okay.
Bought it in 1998. In the first 5 years, I put on a new roof, new furnace, new windows, new siding. So all of that was done probably, from about 2000 to about 2005.
Okay.
So everything was remodeled completely. Floor finishes, cabinets, counters. I've had a few people say that, because it's a composite material. I can't think of the right term right now. Corian type.
Oh, yeah.
Corian type countertop.
Okay.
It's not Corian, but it's a solid surface. There we go.
Okay.
So the kitchen has solid surface. Both bathrooms have granite or marble, and it's got tile floors and wood floors, no carpet.
Man, it sounds like you've done a lot to it. Sounds like it's a really nice place.
Well, it was bought for $109, and by the time I lived there 13 years, we had $100,000 into repairs.
Okay. Yeah, no, you've taken really good care of the property. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you this.
shape.
I probably am not the right buyer for you. Just telling you straight
Okay.
up. Like, I'm probably not the right buyer for you. So, but since I have you on the phone, would you, like, if I could do 220, I mean, would you own or finance it to me or no?
Owner finance it. I don't even know what that regards.
Yes.
I don't.
Basically, it takes you from being a landlord, right? Like any landlords that are going, you're basically renting out the property, but you essentially turn from being a landlord and turn into the bank, right? Where you're essentially the mortgage holder on the property, where you still get a monthly payment at interest and possibly a down payment. And essentially you step into the position that Chase or Wells Fargo is on most houses. So
No, we're not looking to do that.
Okay. Because typically when
No.
people, they either want the cash to put it into something else or they're looking for an investment on a property. And sometimes if you're just looking to make money on the money you have rather than it sit in cash, that would be an option. But it doesn't sound like that's what you're looking for.
Well, we don't need the cash per se. My wife's not 100% sure she wants to sell it. She likes the idea of, but she was with health issues for her mother. She's from overseas, and she had to go back and forth. She's been out of the country for 6 months.
Okay.
Just got back Wednesday. She likes the idea of keeping it as a rental, but I'm the one who has to keep it going and repair it. And
Right.
I'm getting to the age and such where it's like, this is getting to be a hassle. At my age, I'm well set. I don't need the income. I don't really need the hassle of putting it together. So we're kind of looking to see. I had a buyer. She only, when it came through, she was trying to get an FHA loan, and they went all owner the last $3,000. And we had agreed on a price. I was selling by owner. It was agreed $223. I was going to pay the closing costs because she couldn't come up, and then they just wouldn't give her the final amount that she was like $3,000 or $4,000 short. And I'm like, no, I'm not dropping my price $3,000 or $4,000.
Right.
So that sale fell through, and I'm like, you told me a regular bank would give you $350. Why are you going through FHA? She didn't explain why.
Okay. That makes sense.
I think I have a chance of selling it in the 220 range, but right now the realtor said it. We've had decent feedback. Nobody's wanting it this minute. It is a tri-level. A few have complained about tri-level living. I didn't like it until I lived it, and I found it, raising two little girls from birth to 13-year-olds. You never had to go more than half the floor to find your kid.
There you go. That's funny.
And it was also so simple to look down or up the stairs, and even though it wasn't an open floor plan because it's a 1960s house,
Right.
looking down the stairs from the kitchen was not that hard to see them or hear them, and only go down 5 steps to go, hey, stop that, or whatever was a piece of cake. I actually found it was a very easy house to live in.
Nice. That's super cool. Well,
All right.
yeah, something to think about, as you're going through, and obviously you're shooting for the cash side, but if you and your wife want to hold it as a rental and do that, from the owner's finance, even if it's not for me, just something to look into is you essentially get that monthly income. And let's say you were to sell it for 200, right? And let's say you were to do like a balloon payment after, let's say 7 or 10 years, you're essentially making $700 a month interest for 10 years. And then at that point, when it was to cash out, let's just say that was the case,
Yep.
You'd cash out at like 173. So you'd make $7,000 a year on interest. You'd cash out at 173, and you wouldn't have to pay realtor commissions on that amount. So you'd actually turn a 220 sale into something around almost 300,000. By the time you were said and
that
done.
Sort of sounds like a lot. Sort of sounds like the land contracts a few of my dad's friends did on properties. I don't know if that's exactly the same, but yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's similar, like a land contract versus owner financing. They're basically just different ways of structuring the deal. So they're basically similar. And so, but yeah, that's what that would look like if you were trying to maximize the most amount of money. Like that's how I sell properties, right? Like if I need the money right away, then you sell it for cash, but then you're paying fees and commissions and all of that, which it sounds like, that's the direction you're going. But if it is something you want to invest in and you go the long term, like the properties I'm also selling on the owner finance side, it's a way to maximize the sales price. That's why the banks have the biggest buildings downtown, and all over the world.
And I've thought about it, and I tried to sell by owner and avoid the fees because instead of selling it for $239.9, I was able to sell for $223, and I'm still getting $220 out of it.
Right.
And I didn't pay the $17,000 and all that, and so. But selling by owner has its things. Even online, we discovered that all the sites list you below and on separate sites. So Zillow and all those, but you got to go in and specifically hunt down sales by owner.
Yep.
If you just look at Zillow for house for sales, you don't pop up.
Right.
And of course, the realtors leave us out of anything and everything. No, I'm not going to show your house unless my client found it online. Well, it's there and it fits your client. Yeah, but it's not being sold by another realtor, so I don't bring them to your house. Like, well,
it's kind of like an inside club that you're just fighting against. You know what I'm saying? As we're trying to do stuff off the market, it's like, man, they make it real hard to get on that inner circle unless you pay them.
Yeah, and so I tried it for a while. Now we're going to wait until after the holidays to make our final decision. When after the new year, if it hasn't really, she said there's probably not going to be a lot of traffic between now and the new year, which is fine. So we'll give it until the end of January, and then we'll make a decision what we're going to do.
Nice.
Whether or not we even put it back into as a rental again.
Cool. Well, before I let you go, if you were to go, say the owner finance, if it doesn't sell by the end of the year, and it kind of goes after that, and it's not a good fit for somebody. How would you guys, or why would you, or would you even consider going that route? Like, I guess what I'm really getting to, would it be worth me following up? Because I'd be interested at 220 with owner financing, but I just want to know if you would really consider that, or if that's just a complete no-go.
I'd have to talk to my wife about that. It's not anything we've discussed, but she kind of likes to keep it as a income property. And if this is essentially, we still own it, and there's an interest payment coming in instead of a rent, it's still, like you just said, it's generating income. I know we have enough finances that we don't need the 220 right now. We don't need it to buy another house or another property or anything. It would just be put in stocks or something like that.
Gotcha.
So yes, I think she might have an interest. Neither one of us have a lot of idea what it is, so we have to look into it a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. And I can, we could sit down, or I could meet you guys, or we could do like a Zoom call, or just I'll jump on a call or something. I could explain it a little bit more, and walk you through some stuff that I'm doing with others as well, and how we've had it structured, so you guys can see it.
While to contact us after the new year.
Okay.
Because like I said, she just got back into town on Wednesday from being overseas, taking care of a mother who passed. Her mother has, whatever. She had to deal with a mother from overseas with the rest of the family who was cancer from February on and finally passed.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
And so, and then we have a dental practice, or she does. She's a dentist, and we're down 2 staff. So we have to get the office put back together and get through the holidays. And frankly, this house is not that big of a rush right at the moment. Man,
and right now it's it's hard to find good help, especially if you're down a couple staff members. That just makes your life more hectic, especially during the holidays.
Yes, and we just had one quit by text.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst. I've literally.
I'm not feeling. Yeah, Friday, last week, Thursday. I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to come in. I'm not sure. I'll maybe be in the afternoon. No call, no call. Caller, no answer. Caller, no answer.
Gosh.
I'm not feeling good. The substitute doctor had COVID. He just got back and told us he was diagnosed. We all went out to lunch with him on Monday. Now it's he's telling us he has COVID. You got to go get a test. I don't want it. Well, you need. Okay, so I'm not coming in on Friday. Then on the weekend, and then no calls. And I'm not. Finally, she texted, "I'm quitting." Like, what the fudge?
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had a girl come in that was going to do bookkeeping for me a few years ago, and came in the morning. She's like, "Could I go up to the quick store and just grab something to drink?" And I was like, "Sure, go. It's fine." And so she went up, never came back. No text, no nothing. Just completely disappeared off the face of the planet. I was like, "Oh man, I guess this isn't for her."
Yeah,
So
it's just so weird. And like you say, I have friends who work for Kellogg. My brother works for Sub-Zero. They can't get workers. Nobody can find. I've got friends who are in the health industry who are all upset with this whole COVID mandates and everything. And it's just, I don't understand why people don't want to work.
I know, man. It's hard.
And yes, so we're going to be putting the office back together, trying to find staff, getting her back into the swing of things, so the temporary doctors that have been covering while she's been gone can get back to what they're doing. So we got a lot on our plate in the house. Like I said, I just decided to put up for sale with this last long-term tenant. 3 years was a pretty good tenant.
Yeah.
And they paid almost a month in advance every month. I mean, I was like, wow, it's not due until the beginning of the month, and it's the middle of the month, and you're already paying next month.
Right. That's good. It's nice when you have good tenants, right? That way you don't have to worry about it.
I didn't keep raising the rent or anything. It's like, well, I could probably push the rent up, but why? Do I really need $50 a month? That's $600. Do I really need the $600? No, I don't really need the $600, and I don't want to chase them off.
Yep. Well, and that's
and everything else.
That's the huge benefit to. That's why I love owner financing, is because, right, like the mortgage company, they're not chasing, they're not having to fix anything, they're not having to do anything. And if we can structure that way and upgrade you guys, if it doesn't sell and it doesn't go that way, we can upgrade you guys to essentially the bank instead.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an option. And then working with someone like me, like my goal, I'm an investor, right? So I'm looking to make money on it. So my goal would be either to hold it as a rental or to turn around and give somebody like a lease option where they would essentially have the right to buy it over a couple of years at a certain price. You avoid the fees. I get a rental property for a certain amount of time, and I have a higher quality tenant, which we kind of got a system of finding them. And we got people in our system right now where we can put that tenant in place. They're working to get their credit or whatever it is. They get a financing loan, and we're working with them to kind of get out that way. And everybody wins. You make a little bit more money, and you avoid the hassle of the rental and having to chase that. But that might be something, if it's not, that's okay. But it sounds like it's something that your wife is a little bit more open to. And, once things calm down for you guys.
So I think it'd be worth giving us a buzz somewhere at, the second week of January. That gets the new year passed, and we can, see where we're at with the sale. And, if I tell the realtor, we'll just take it off the market then.
Okay.
She put in her time and attempted to get her things, and she didn't get it.
Right. And it's David, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm Ronnie, by the way.
All right.
Cool. Well, David, I'll let you go. You guys have an amazing Christmas. I'm going to put you on here. I'll follow up with you probably right after the new year, and we can touch base. And if you have any questions or your wife have any questions, this is my cell phone number. So feel free to give me a buzz, and I'd love to talk to you guys about what it looked like and see if, maybe we could come to agreement. And if not, that's cool too.
All right.
All right, David, have a good day. All right.
All right. You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. What'd you guys think of that? I'm going to put some notes in here. So that was David. What was the name? Pike. Any thoughts there? David Pike. So he's got it listed on the market. It's a 220. Sounds like he's taking pretty good care of the property. We actually spoke to him a couple months ago, but couldn't do it. That was when his wife's mother was still alive. It sounds like she's passed away since then. So let me put some additional notes. Open to owner financing. What's in here? Some people can do this at the same time, so I apologize as I'm going. 220 interest, yeah. You don't need money right away. And they said they're just going to put the money in stocks if it sells, right? Like he just doesn't want the hassle of it. And so that's why it's like, well, why don't you look at this option? Like, let's make it not a hassle for you. And, you know, one of the misconceptions with this stuff, and I'm not saying you can't explain things to people, because it's good to explain things through stories, especially if they ask. I would say that's something I can get significantly better on, especially when they say things like, well, it's like a land contract, right? It's like, yes, it is. That's exactly right. Here's, and then kind of sharing a story on how it works a little bit better. I think that is a good way of approaching it. Totally remodeled. But what I do and what I'm better at is asking questions to lead them to the answers that we want them to choose, right? Like, hey, why would you do this? What direction would you go? What do you think is the next step? I didn't ask that. I kind of pushed it out a little bit further. I could have been a little bit more aggressive on that call than I was, but we'll set them up as a follow-up date. Let's do this. We're going to do follow-up. And it's funny because, like, up into Christmas to the new year, it's like nobody wants to work, so not a whole lot happens during that week. But hey, we're gonna do what we can. The last call would intimidate me. Sounds like a savvy investor. Oh yeah, the guy with the commercial buildings. Yeah, it sounded like he was he's buying big players, or big buildings. Excuse me. So just ask questions, bro. Just be curious, right? Instead of trying to be like, hey, I'm going to try to convince this guy to do something. Just be curious. What do you do? What are you looking at? Would you do this? And ask him if he would do what you do, right? Like, hey, do you invest in properties? Hey, would you sell this? Hey, this is what it looks like. That's not for me.
Hello, this is Tim.
Hey, Tim, this is Ronald Walker. I was calling about your property on Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, bud. Sorry, my son just walked up to me. Do you want to sell that property or not?
No, we're holding on to it, but thank you.
Okay, no problem, Tim. Have a happy holiday.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so that's a no-go. Timothy. It's nice when people are just nice and they just tell you, nah, I'm not interested. It's like, all right, cool. Thanks for not wasting my time, right? And they don't have to be rude about it or anything like that. So, let's jump into the next one. Who else is on here? What are you guys up to? Let's see. Do you work with realtors? Already answered that. Thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel, bro. That's awesome. We do. Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Ronald Walker. Is this Fred?
Yes.
Hey, I was calling about your property on Williams Road.
What's up with it?
Do you want to sell it or no?
Oh yeah, but I'm still got a couple things to do.
Gotcha. What do you want? What do you want for it?
I have to get at least 400.
At least 400. Mm-hmm. Are you flexible on that or no? That's like the bottom dollar.
Bottom dollar. I'm still doing stuff. Matter of fact, I'm still doing stuff to it. I was going to ask for more, but I'm not done yet. Right now, 400.
Okay. What are you doing to it? What does it need?
I'm putting front shutters on it. What else? Roof is due. Everything's done. Front shutters. What else am I doing? A fence in front of the house. I'm trying to think what else. I just got up. Excuse me.
No, you're good, man. I didn't wake you up, did I?
No, I've been up since 6. I just took it like a quick nap.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, I'm doing the front, back, right?
Yep.
The front, I'm doing.
Are you planning on listing on the market when you're done, or what's the plan? I'm a real estate investor, so I don't buy everything, so I don't know if this will be a good fit for me or not, but what's your plan?
Well, my plan is that really my family's not using it anymore. It's mine.
Okay.
It was a family thing, and like I said, I could, it's a good rental too, but my wife don't want to rent it, so I want to get rid of it. So as soon as I just want to finish my project, and I'm putting front shutters on front windows, sliding shutters in the front. I'm gonna put a fence, and the back.
I got to put a rock wall by the garage, and I think that's about it. I think I'm done.
Gotcha.
The new roof, sided, everything's done.
Okay. Okay. Would you rent the property to me for a little while with an option to purchase it or no?
I had to ask the wife. She does all the stuff like that.
Okay, so I'm guessing usually that's probably a no.
She's not a realtor. She takes care of her mother's property, and she rents store out that her mother has. So she's more into that. I have to ask her. That's why.
Okay.
Hold on a minute, right? I got to run out to pay my garbage bill.
Go. I'll hold on a sec.
Okay, they're not ready yet anyway.
Okay. So what's the plan? What's the plan with the house? Is the plan to turn around and rent it? Is the plan to list it on the market? Like, what's the plan moving forward if I don't buy it?
I just want to sell it. Really. I don't want to rent it. She don't want to go through that. But if I can't get my money, that's what she was thinking about.
Okay. What were you planning on listing it with the realtor for?
So I'm just looking to sell it if I get my money for it. And then I don't have to deal with it anymore. I got 4.5 acres. You checked out the property and everything?
I haven't looked at it in detail. I don't go, to the properties without people's consent or anything like that. I've just looked at it online from when we take a look at it online. So.
But that's about it. Yeah, everything else is done.
Gotcha. So it sounds like you guys need the cash rather than trying to maximize the amount of money you can get from it.
I went at Central Air. I have a Generac, a garage away from the house, a big garage. You fit 2 cars in it, long ways. Somebody told me I can get more, but I'm going by what's around the area and stuff like that. So.
Gotcha.
And even you're only 10 minutes from 15 minutes from Rhinebeck, and
yeah, which is nice.
And Hunter Mountain, and 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
So it doesn't sound like I'm going to be the buyer for you and come up for there. I guess why do you guys want cash for it rather than trying to maximize the sales price and trying to, do what the banks do and, turn $400,000 into try to turn it into $600,000 by holding it for 3 to 7 years?
I owe nothing on it. I mean,
well, that's the best scenario to be in, is to hold nothing on it. Cause then you can, if you don't need the money, like if you need the money, that's a different thing, right? If you need $400,000, you're going to pay 40, you're going to pay 40,000 just to get rid of it through fees and everything. Well, if you held it and you did like an owner financing, or you did like someone that had the option to purchase it off market, let them lease it for a little while, you could turn that 360, let's say, you could literally turn that into like 500,000 with interest and everything, and with monthly payments, and avoid the fees. Why not turn it into a way to maximize the money? That's what I do when I sell them, right? Like I turn around and sell them with the owner financing, whatever, unless I need the money now, right, for another thing. But it doesn't sound like you guys need it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Can I have my wife call you?
Of course, I'd love to talk to your wife. I just if it's a no, that's cool. I don't want to call you, bro. I don't want to hound you. I don't like being that guy. No, right?
No. I'd rather make the money like you're saying than not. We're just not using it, and she says, well, what are we going to do? And I'm saying, well, we can sell it, and I don't know my way around it. She just like she's trying to sell her mother's house, her mother's property in Brooklyn, and with a storefront on it, and if they, she knows the ins and outs of that, not me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's right.
Let me ask you this, Fred. My name's Ronnie, by the way, just FYI. My name's Ronnie again.
Ronnie?
Yeah. So what if we did like a Zoom call with me, you, and your wife? What if we all talked about it?
All right. That'd be cool.
You guys be cool with something like that?
Yes.
When would you want to do that? Would you want to do that like early next week, or what is time? I know holidays are coming up, but what's the time frame look like?
I'd rather do it at the holidays so she's running around.
After the holidays?
Sometimes she's out. Yeah.
Well, why don't we do this then? Why don't we do this? Why don't I give you a call after Christmas, okay? And we can set up a time. We can jump on a Zoom call. We can talk about it. I can explain what it looks like. If it's a no-go, listen. If it's a no, just tell me, go away, and I'll go away. I don't want to hound you guys. I'm not that dude, all right? But if you're really interested, in wanting to make the most money out of the property and sell it and do it, like, then we can go down this route, okay?
All right. You got
But if not, just tell me no or just send me a text or whatever, because I don't like being the guy that's just hounding. If it's a yes and you want to, that's cool.
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
a no, that's cool too.
Mhm.
So what do you think? What do you think's the
Yeah.
best next thing? Like, what do you want me to do? What's the next step? What do you expect me to do? Do you want to set up a date? Do you want me to just call
How
you?
about-
What's the next
how-
step?
listen, I got your number here. I'll talk to my wife and we'll call you. How's that?
All right. You talk to your wife. You call me.
All right? Because then I don't have to. She's not here. I'm going to talk to her and we'll see what happens. And we'll call you. Then she'll say, we'll discuss it. If she says no, then it might be no. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I can tell you straight out.
Yeah,
So
I think that's
next
great.
week
If
we'll
it's a no, would you mind just sending me a text and letting me know? That way I'm not just hounding you and calling you a bunch of times.
That's what I'm saying. I'll definitely do that.
All right, Fred. I appreciate
Your
it.
name is Ronnie, right?
My name's Ronnie. That's right. Ronnie Walker, the one and only.
Right down. Walker?
Walker, yes, sir.
Okay, Ronnie Walker. Ronnie Walker. Okay. You got it, boss.
And this
All right?
is my direct number, okay? So it's a Michigan number, but it's my direct number.
No problem. All right?
All right, my man. Thank you, Fred.
We'll put it right down. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, Fred. What do you guys think of that? Any thoughts? Let me jump over to you guys. Nice. I hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. I'm just going to make some notes on this deal. So, it sounds like he's doing a little bit of work on it. He kept saying, I want to talk to my wife. I couldn't quite get past that. Say 12, 17. One of the things with owner financing, guys, especially if someone owns it free and clear and they're trying to maximize the money and they don't need it right away, he said he didn't need it, is it truly is the best way to get the most for your money. If you're willing to wait 2 or 3 years, a lot of people are just intimidated by it, right? It really is the best way to get the most for the money. But if he wants to get off the phone, there's not much I can do that other than ask and try to get a commitment from him. But it was kind of wishy-washy. Cool. Make some notes. Let's jump in. Let's keep going. Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts? What is the best way to view this live stream? Seems like maybe there are a lot of viewers that are chatting, but I don't see it in the Facebook Live. Yeah, Glenn, I appreciate that.
Please name your number and I'll return your call. Thank you.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Cool. We'll keep going. Glenn, the best way. So I'm actually streaming on multiple channels. So that's why I'm able to see them all come in from the multiple channels on my end. But you can do it either on my personal Facebook page. I'm on Upstate New York Home Buyers on that one. I'm also on the Creative Finance page, or you can go to our YouTube channel at Real Estate Power Play, or go to our Real Estate Power Play channel. It's me, Marty Grisanti, who's freaking baller, Gabe Rodarte, who's freaking killing it out of Houston. Great guy. He's got a great strategy. You guys need to listen to everything Gabe puts out. And then Marty. So, yeah, the YouTube Power Play. If you go there, that's where a lot of different stuff is going and going there. So check that out. But and then Mark Monroe. Check out Mark, bro. Mark is super cool. I had a friend request him. He's the Godfather. He's freaking awesome. So, I forgot to hit play on these calls. But go through it. The past ones. Today we're not getting a great amount of leads so far. Anything that's like crazy interested.
Hello?
Hey, is this Patricia?
Yes,
Hey, Patricia, this is Ronald Walker. How are you doing?
fine.
Good. I was calling about your property on Birch
Yeah.
and Pines Plain.
Okay.
Do you want to sell that house or no?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you
We
want for
could.
it?
I've got to get 140 for it.
140. Are you flexible? It sounds like you're not flexible at all, even if it's a cash deal.
Somewhat flexible.
Okay,
Somewhat flexible.
but not
I have a
much.
tenant in it right now, but we can get him out of there in January, I think,
Okay.
when this stupid crap is over.
Right. Sounds
and
like
we
it's
would
it
like
sounds
to
like it's
sell
been a
it.
pain for you.
Being a landlord is a pain.
I understand. I've been doing it for 8 years, so I understand.
Yeah, well, we've been doing it for about 20 years.
Oh,
not that house,
you
but
got
we have a couple of
experience
other
on
ones.
me.
Yeah.
Nice. So
And
tell me about the house. Obviously, he's living there. What's going on with the property?
One floor, wood frame or whatever you call it.
Yep.
It's got aluminum siding on it,
Mm-hmm.
which is ancient now because I don't think they even use that anymore. It's got a new roof. The new roof's about, 8 years old. Septic is about the same. It's got a new furnace.
Mm-hmm.
That's about 4 years old. And the hot water, comes off the furnace. I don't understand that crap, but it's attached somehow.
Yeah.
And it's got an under the house 2-car garage.
Okay.
I guess which would have been a basement, except it's a garage. Whatever.
So
anyway,
it's like,
it's got three
yeah.
bedrooms, three bedrooms, one bathroom, kitchen's not too big, the kitchen, a dining room. It's on 2/3 of an acre, I think, something like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly
Okay.
the measurements. And that's it.
Gotcha.
It's got a nice bit of frontage, driveway, backyard. I don't know what else you need to know.
Yeah, no, that's good. As far as the roof and electrical, I didn't hear you touch base on. How are those?
I don't know.
You think they're good? Do you know how old it is? Okay, that's fine.
They should be okay. I mean,
Okay.
there's no fuse box or anything
Right.
like that. I guess it's been upgraded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect.
I was going to say something else, but I forgot what it was now.
That's totally fine. So, from looking at it, just kind of where it's at and what you said. I mean, I'm a real estate investor. Okay. So I'm looking for something that I can buy and make money on, either hold it, or I like to do owner financing on the back end and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm the right buyer for you.
I don't know what I was going to tell. I know what I was going to tell you.
Oh, go ahead.
It's a convenient house. It's out of the main town. Are you familiar with the property? Are you familiar? Have you
I'm looking at it right now on the internet. So it's right next to Church Street, and with the different things right there. Yep.
And with the veterinarian is close by. It's a 10-minute walk into the village where everything else is, the barber shop and the grocery store and the drugstore. And it's across the street, maybe a quarter of a mile from the high school, middle school. Yep. And it's not that far from the little school, the little kid school over And so it's a convenient house. It's very convenient.
Well, and it looks like the location. I mean, you can just jump right on the highway and go where you need to go. Yep. So, okay. So, I don't know if I'm 100% the right buyer for you, and if I'm not, I'll tell you, and I'm okay, and I want you to tell me no too. So, what's your plan? So this guy can be out in January. What's your plan moving forward? Catch me up to speed on what you were hoping to accomplish.
I don't have a plan.
Okay.
I'm old. I don't make plans. Am I not making?
I haven't heard that one in a long time. That's pretty good.
What's the point of making plans? They get all screwed up anyway by some disease or something, So
well, it takes over the world, right?
We have a house. We have another house, and we have a farm, and we have another house, and I don't need money. Okay, put it that way. I don't need money, but I don't want to get screwed either.
Right.
So I don't know.
So being a landlord,
I'd have to run this past my husband. Because it's actually it was his mother's house.
I totally understand, and you could run anything past him. I get that. I am looking for something. I was hoping to pick up something before Christmas. I'm a tiger in the woods. That's why I'm calling around right now. I'm on the hunt for the next thing I want to buy. But so let me ask you this: if you're trying to make the most amount of money and you don't need the money right now, would you consider owner financing it, or selling it to me with terms to maximize the money? You don't have to worry about fees, and you could get a higher price for it, or you only want to sell it for cash?
I think I'd rather sell it. You know what? I don't want to hold any paper because we're old. My husband was 82 a couple of days ago, and I'm
Okay.
pushing 80.
Okay.
And you know, holding paper is not a real
You don't
good
wanna
idea
worry-
when you could drop dead. You know.
You're pretty sharp. I like it. You do not sound like you're 82 at all. I love it. Okay, that totally makes sense. So at the 140, so I'm looking up here. There's actually right there where you guys are at. There is not a whole lot of properties that have sold. I'm just being straight up. Like I'm looking at it. I'm trying to find additional stuff. There's not a lot.
Well, you know what happened with the what do you call it? The virus.
Cool. Yeah.
All the idiots came up and bought up all the property.
Is that what's
Now
happening?
that house is in the village. They don't want a house in the village. They want a house with lots of property so they can go out and breathe some fresh air or something. And so I don't know. It's a lot of property in that particular area has not sold, but there's a lot. This town's got a lot of old people in it.
Okay.
And you know, like there's one person living in this house and one person living in that house, and there's a lot of houses, and they're hanging on to them because that's where they live and that's where they've always lived, and they're not ready to go to the nursing home or whatever. And you know, so a lot of that property hasn't sold in that area because it's not for sale.
Right. No, that makes sense. How much, if you were to put a dollar amount on the work that it needs based on kind of what you like, how much do you think to like get it ready to list on the market or whatever do you think it needs for someone to move in there if the tenant was to move out?
You want me to be honest, right?
Of course I want you to be honest. We're talking.
Tenant's been in there for 4 years. I don't know what the hell's going on in there.
Okay.
You can't get in the house. You know, you have to give them notice, and then the kid's got to go to the doctor or the I don't know. There's always something, or he's not home. He's, you know, and I don't think he's hiding anything because we actually had the insurance company go in there a while ago, and well, the insurance company didn't go in because it was too inconvenient for them, so they had pictures. They had him take pictures, and it looks pretty good. But you never know until you get in there, you know. And we haven't been in there. My husband may have been in there a couple of times when he collected the rent, but I haven't been in the house in about 4 years, so I have no idea what's going on in there.
Okay. So you know, on that side, with what you're looking for, I think, and what we're looking at as investors, again, I'm not. Like at the 140, I don't think I could come up to 140 just from me. I'm looking at the property online. I'm looking at kind of what's happening around there. For me to do cash, if I was to do under financing, we could do something, but you're not interested in that. For cash, you know, don't throw a rock at me, okay? So I don't want to, but I'm probably somewhere between, just depending on how much work it really did need, I'm probably somewhere between the 110 and the 128.
I was going to say 125.
Okay. Yeah. Like I'm probably between there. Would you be able to work with me in that range or no?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So,
because we have a 100-acre farm up in Sharon Springs, and we have
cool.
a 75-acre piece of property that I wanted to build a house on, but that was 10 years ago. Now I'm too old to build a friggin' house.
Right.
And so I'm staying here on Layton Road. We live on Layton Road in Stanfordville, and we would like to get rid of some of this property because I'm paying $20,000 a year in taxes. And
right.
Bullshit.
I know the taxes. The taxes are hard. I'm surprised that you guys are still having to pay so much with where you're at.
Well, this is our main residence, so this is where we get our enhanced star exemption.
Yep.
But that house is just a house.
Yep.
I mean,
you don't get it.
We didn't ask for it. We got stuck with it, and
okay.
I don't know.
Would you guys accept 120 or for it if I could come in?
Let me talk to John, okay?
You can talk to John. That's cool. So let me ask you this. So we can put that aside for a second. So how will you guys know if this is the right decision? Because I'm wanting to buy something. We do have to get an attorney. I do have an attorney that will do the closing and the paperwork. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys know it'll be a good decision for you or not?
I feel it'll be a good decision for us. We got to get rid of some of this stuff. We can't continue to do this.
Okay. So if
even getting in the car and driving up to the country is, it's a fun day, but to check out what's going on up there, and you can't keep track of everything. You really can't. And there's on the farm, there's a house that we rent. We rent the farm out to a farmer, and then actually a farming organization. It's a big one. And then we rent there's a mobile home on that. We rent that out, and just keeping track of everything is getting to be a bit much for me because I really don't want to do this anymore.
Okay. So Patricia, do you have an email address? Do you guys use email, or I could have something?
PABodal@gmail.com.
What was it? Say it one more time.
PA, like in Patricia Ann.
Yep.
Bodal. BOADLE @gmail.com.
At Gmail. Let me just repeat that back. So it's PADOLE.
No. PA Bodal. BOADLE.
Yeah. Okay. Bodal. Your last name, just BOADLE.
Correct.
All right. PA@gmail. Got it. So as far as the next step, you want to talk to your husband. Would it be good for me to maybe put together paperwork and email it to you so you have something to show your husband? Would you like that? Do you want to wait on that, or what do you think that looks like?
Sure, that's fine. Just fine. That's
okay.
Fine.
Now
out of that money, what comes out of us in the way of fees and closings and all that?
So this is the most wonderful news you're going to hear the whole time. So because it's a cash deal, there's no realtor fees. Okay. So there's no fees that come out of that. I'll also pay all the commissions or all the closing costs, excuse me. And so the only thing that you'll have come out of that is any taxes that are due, whatever the prorated taxes are. And then
they're not, I just paid them.
Perfect. And then if there's a lien on the property, which it doesn't sound like there's any mortgages or anything.
Nope.
So it'll just be whatever the prorated taxes are from now, whatever that amount is, they just prorate them to the day of closing. Okay. Attorneys right now, obviously it is Christmas time and getting through the holidays. So attorneys are very, very slow. Let me just be honest. I'm trying to find someone who will work a little bit quicker, but closing right now is typically around the 60-day mark with attorneys in the area. So usually it takes about 60 days to close. I would want to get into the property. So either I can reach out to the tenant and look at it.
It's like buying a car without driving it.
So I would like to get in and take a look at it at some point. But I can either reach out to tenant. I've worked with tenants a bunch, so I can either reach out or you guys can reach out. We could set up a time for us to get inside. It'll probably be my partner. My partner actually lives in Kingston, so he can get out there. But if that looks good, I'll put together the paperwork. I can send it over. You and your husband can talk about it. Would you like me to follow back up with you guys in a day or so, or what does that look? What do you think the time frame is for you and your husband to take a look at it?
This is going to be kind of a screwy week. Could you give me till after Christmas?
I could give you till after Christmas. Okay. I'd love to get it signed and wrapped up and put to the title company before then. Do you think we could do it earlier, or do you want to wait?
Let me talk to John. Let me see what John
says.
All right.
It's okay if it's no. It's okay if it's no. I want you to know that. I want you to know it's okay. I'm just asking what I want, and if it's a no, hey, I understand.
No, that's probably okay.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned about the tenant. We weren't planning on evicting him, but we can, and I need to give this guy some time to go someplace else.
Yep.
And
is he month to month, or is he on a lease?
He's month to month. We have no lease. No, I don't do leases.
Okay.
They break them anyway. What the hell?
Right.
It's like security. Forget it. They just squat there and use up their security anyway. So.
That's funny. So
the whole thing is pointless.
Yeah. So what we can do is we can just, I don't want to come in and I don't like to kick people out. I like to be reasonable. So we can come in, especially with the time frame, with closing and everything. Once we do the inspection, we can say, hey, what's a reasonable amount for you to move out, and get them to be like, hey, this is the amount of time, and work with them. I've done that a number of times. So that's not really a huge issue. Sounds like he's a reasonable guy, even though he's been there 4 years. So we can just open up the communication, say, hey, you're selling, this is what it looks like, and then work together on when's that move out, what that looks like. I can help you guys with that. I've done that. I've done that for 5 years. So I don't have a problem with those conversations and calling them up, or if you want to, however that wants to go, we can work together on it.
Okay.
All right. Patricia, my name's Ronnie Walker again. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to send you the paperwork. And then what I'll do once I send it, is this a cell phone or is this a home phone?
The phone I'm talking on now is my landline.
Okay. Do you have another one I can like send you a text when I send the paperwork, or is this just it?
I'd have a cell phone, but I don't give anybody the number.
That's
it's
fine.
for my convenience.
That's
I don't
fine.
want anybody hunting me down. When
I
I go
understand.
off the radar, I'm off. Don't bother me.
I understand. I'll just let you know here. I'm going to send the email. I'll call you back later this afternoon just to make sure you got it. Okay. So you can go over with your husband. Again, if it's a no, like I want you to feel comfortable telling me, hey, look, we don't want to do it. But if you really do, I'm in the woods. Yeah. I am looking to buy something. I do want to buy. So, but I want you to feel comfortable telling me no. Okay. Like if you say no, I'm good. Okay. But I am wanting to buy it, and I'm pretty sure I can do it at that price as long as the guy hasn't, lit the living room on fire or something.
Oh, gosh, let's hope not. Okay.
All right, Patricia, I appreciate it. Hey, I'll give you a call when I send it. Other than that, you enjoy your day, and I hope that you have wonderful plans for Christmas.
Okay. You too.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was pretty sweet. What'd you guys think of that? Got Finding the Bunnies. Love your flow of conversation and technique. Dude, the Finding the Bunnies, what did I just do? I just did something crazy. My browser. Dude, the Finding the Bunnies podcast is amazing, by the way. I think that's Pace Morby, right? I can't see who you are, but I think that was Pace Morby. Dude, freaking amazing. Amazing. I love asking the right questions. Some of my questions I use are the same questions in that freaking episode. Just FYI, like I use those questions. I try to learn from these guys, right? Like I've been doing this for 8 years. I'm still in learn mode. That's why I got all these books behind me. Like I'm constantly trying to improve, get better. That one could be pretty sweet. I had a 220 ARV on that one. Just FYI, 220 ARV. Sounds like it'll probably be a full rehab. But we're gonna send that out. So that was a good conversation. The one thing I didn't ask that I like to ask, I think he actually says in that is like, hey, what could I do for you guys personally? And go that route. So I'm gonna update this. All right, so we're gonna go here. Put this in hot. And it's like it's in a fairly good area. So she said 120. Her email. All right. Any thoughts on that, guys? Like any thoughts with what you think? It's all about questions. It's about talking. It's about having confidence. It's about knowing that you can deliver, right? Like, do you have a strategy on the back end to this? Doesn't tenant is month to month. She's 2 over 20K a year in taxes, has 100 acres and another 5 acres. It's a deal. No. Fred was right. Or no, that was the last guy. Cool. John. All right. So that is one. Need to put together. All right, guys, just making the notes on here. I'm going to enter her email address, and then I'm going to tell my assistant. tell my assistant to send a contract out. Oh, I forgot to ask if she wanted the short contract or a longer one, so I'm just going to do the short contract and let it be. Can you send a contract to this property? FYI, the last time we spoke to them, they've been in our system for 4 months. Let me make sure. Yeah, 4 months. Last time we talked to her, she said she wanted 150. She told me initially she wanted 140. And this is why it's so important just to ask questions and to get to know them and let them talk and let them share their pain and all this stuff. Is I told her I'd be between 110 and 130. Right. And she's like, oh, probably 125. And I said, well, would you take 120? And she said, yes. She literally dropped $20,000. Okay, guys, $20,000 she dropped on that. We got a 225 ARV. If it's 32,000 right on there, that'd be around a $16,000 wholesale fee if we were to wholesale it. Okay, just to kind of give pictures on that. That's at a 75% rate. 36,000. It's a little rural, so we might have to come back, but still, right at 120, even if we sell at 130, that's a $10,000 wholesale fee. It's not a huge one, but it's something, and it's good. And I'm glad you guys saw that conversation. That was awesome. Let's jump in and see if there's any more. Any other thoughts here? Maybe a property check for them. I'm not sure what you mean. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, is this Alex?
Speaking.
Hey, Alex, this is Ronald Walker. I was calling about your property on Kimberly in Sparta.
Oh, yeah?
Do you want to sell that deal or no?
Did you talk to my son about this?
I did not talk to your son about it, no.
Okay. Well,
my partner might have talked to him, but I did not.
Okay. Well,
Is he handling the sale or no?
yes, he is.
Okay. I think I have a phone. I was actually looking at the notes. It looks like my partner did. Is his phone number the 54507?
302-4507.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I got here. So you want me to reach out to him?
Please.
All right. I'll reach out to him, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Cool. Am I using a CRM? Yes, I am using a CRM. I use Podio. I have a Podio build out. Mark Monroe, I copied his system for Podio. Some of the cool things you did personally was to cover the closing costs. What else would you do? That's a good question, bro. That's a good question. I'll answer that. As far as the CRM goes, yes, I do use a CRM. I use Podio. It's a custom build. It's based off of some other stuff. Mark Monroe and I have been talking about a way to streamline that.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, is this Samuel?
It is.
Hey, Samuel, it's Ronald Walker. I was calling about your property on Jefferson.
Okay.
Do you want to sell that property or no? I'm in the market to buy one.
No, I'm not really interested in selling it right now. Maybe in the spring.
All right, man. I'll let that know. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right,
sure.
bye.
Yep.
Samuel Mickens. Yeah, that's why I stopped. That's why it's hard for me to talk to you guys because I use the CRM. But the Podio build, me and Mark. Mark is actually the genius. He's on Real Estate Power Play. If you guys are looking at it, check it out. You guys can go to our YouTube channel, or we have live podcasts on iTunes and any of the major podcast providers. So you check it out. Mark is the godfather. He's built systems. He's built other companies and stuff. Really. Anyway, he helped me build out my Podio, and so we've done that, and we've talked about putting together, a package. It's nothing like, it's not like a lot of people are thinking, oh, these big systems that are out there and everyone's promised. It's a basic system. Okay. Like it's got some cool stuff. It's got some cool automation. Right. It does automatic follow-ups. It does that. I can put in offer dates. I can put in all my notes. But that's how I keep track. Like in my system right now, I have 295 leads exactly like of just leads that have come in from marketing. So we've got a couple new ones that just came in. I had 2 come in this morning. Right now, the ones I'm calling are under a tag called cultivating. Basically, they're warm. We have 54 that are under hot that we're looking at and we're trying to bring to a contract. We have 291 people we've not been able to contact that we've been tempted. We have 55 that are currently in offer decline that we're still following up with them. We have 1,000 not interested. We have 200 in follow-ups, which we have the contract signed, people we referred to realtors, people that sold to other people, and then people that we've have on our do not call list. So yeah, our CRM is, guys, if you're just doing notes, like I make notes, right? Like I have notes. But if you're just doing notes and you're not transferring this into the CRM, they get lost. There's no possible way I'd remember any of this. Glenn Smith, this is a good question, bro. Some of the cool things you did personally was to cover the closing costs. What else would you do? So this is understanding your tool belt, right? And understanding the tools that you have to offer to the sellers. Okay. Those tools, Glenn, 1 is being able to do closing costs. 2 is the time frame and selling. 3 is the possibility of not having it to be pushed out publicly and needing a bunch of people to walk through it. Those are some things that you can offer. The other things you can offer is to help with the tenant situation, taking over the eviction and doing that, helping with moving costs and what the moving costs may be, offering a mobile notary that they can come out to them instead of being able to do that. All of that are different things. But what's more important, even though that's kind of the benefits, because a lot of people, when they say 120, they're thinking I'm going to get 120. So you say, hey, this is how we make this a clear-cut deal because I'm going to pass all the closing costs off to the buyer if I wholesale it. Okay. But one of the things you can do is as you are asking questions, just like I've been doing, as you're asking questions, find out if there's anything they're worried about. And if they are, offer to meet that, right? If you can figure out if it's, I don't know how we're going to get all our stuff out. Hey, I'm going to leave a whole bunch of trash. Like, I don't know how we're going to clean this property out. It's going to be trashed. Whatever they say, offer to take care of that. Hey, look, we're going to do a dumpster anyway. What if I covered that and we just reflected that in the price? Oh, that would be great. Boom, they can leave the stuff. It gets the worry out of their head. You've helped them and now they feel better. Oh man, I don't know how I'm going to have the funds to move. Right? Like, I don't know how I'm going to move and make it early for you. You can say, well, if I paid for the moving cost before we closed, like, could we credit that to the closing and then close after you guys move out if I pay for the moving company? Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Well, then just pay the moving company directly to have them come out and move the stuff. You know they're getting out, and so you can close with a vacant property. Now you have to be able to front that money, but if you can, it's a great service to ask them, hey, is there anything else I can help you with? I think Pace Morby had a story that he mentioned where he asked the lady, like, hey, is there anything you can help me with? And it was like a dog or a cat. And he's like, yeah, we can help you out with this. I think his wife went over there or something and took care of it. Like, that's super cool, right? That's a way for you to help people, get them through what they're looking for so you can buy their house. And if we can look at this more as I'm helping people and less as a transaction, even though it is a transaction, this is how we make money, the transaction. But look at it as, hey, I am building relationships. I am helping this person out. And in the meantime, I'm making money by being able to help them. Or maybe it was the bunnies. That was the story, the finding the bunny story. Like that is, guys, that's how you win at a big level and you win more because so many people are out here just trying to get transaction. And the marketplace is beginning to get burned. That's why they're like, I don't want to lowball. So you go personal. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? I'm not willing to do that. Okay, well, hey, don't throw a rock at me. Don't freak out. But I would be willing to do this cash. I could do this on an owner financing level. This is what that would look like. So, all right, let's jump in. Let's do some more calls. This is good. I feel like we're having some good conversations here. That last one was fun. That was good. She was sharp. She was open. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I felt like we were able to build some good rapport. Make sure my assistant got that. Nice. Six one.
Hello?
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 Hey, is this Steven?
Who may I ask is calling?
Yeah, this is Ronald Walker. I was calling about a property on Pfizer and Portage.
Yeah, that's my house.
Okay. Do you want to sell that house or no? It sounds like I caught you at a weird time. You're kind of skeptical about my call.
Well, I'm always skeptical. I get a lot of spam calls.
Okay. Okay. No worries, man. Do you want to sell it or no? I'm an investor. I'm looking for a house to buy. Basically, something we could close in after Christmas.
No thanks.
No?
Not right now.
Okay, cool, man. I appreciate it. Have a good Christmas, okay?
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Not interested. Get this. The other cool thing when you guys do, when you come in and like not interested like this, not only can you call them and follow up, but if you've got an automated system, like an automated follow-up, guys, it's freaking amazing. Because you'll just send text for a year, right? And then if they come in, if your system is set up, like when the text comes back, you'll see new texts that come in. And it's freaking awesome. All right. Absolutely, Glenn. I appreciate it. When you said make maybe a property check for them, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'd love some clarification. Are you talking about for the tenant, like cash for keys, or I'm not quite sure what you mean there. All right, let's hop in. I don't know what was going on there. Somehow I got into some queue.
Hi, you've reached Marietta. I'm not able to take your call right now, but if you leave your...
Two voicemails back to back. Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. Sounds good. I've actually got a call with my acquisition coordinator in a little while, and I want to prep for that. So I'm probably going to hop off here in a little bit. If you guys have any final questions, I'd love to answer them. See if we can get one more person on the phone before we jump in. I'd love to grab something in Grand Rapids. Would be freaking sweet if something like that could happen. But it, especially if they were a yes, wouldn't that be cool? Hey, is this Leon?
Hello? Yes, it is.
Hey, Leon, this is Ronald Walker. I was calling about your property in Lafayette.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to sell that house or no?
I'm sort of debating it right now.
Okay. What does that mean? Is that like I'm going to wait till after the holidays, or I'm an investor. I'm looking for something that maybe we could start in and close in after the holidays. Is it worth exploring or no?
Yeah. What did you have in mind for the price?
Yeah, that was actually going to be my question for you. What do you want for it?
Well, I've also been offered 150. I told them I wasn't sure.
Okay, so you were offered 150. Why didn't you take that? Were you holding off for more? Is there something else you're looking for?
Well, I got thinking that I've had so many people call to sell my house.
Right.
I thought there must be something I don't know. You know?
Okay.
I really don't want to ask that. This is that.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out which way is the best way to go.
Gotcha. So you're just trying to make sure you don't make a bad decision.
That's right. Yep.
Hey, I understand that, man. I totally understand. I've actually, so I'm a local investor. Actually, right across, like right near you, there's a street called Cass.
Yes.
So I've actually purchased 4 houses on Cass itself. So I'm very, very active right where you're at. And so like I'm really, really open to buying it. I don't know if I could pay 150. So I don't even know if I could come up to what that other guy is offering. Like, I don't know if I'm the right buyer for you, but I don't mind helping you and walking you through it. What do you want? Like, what do you want out of this thing? Catch me up to speed on what you're hoping.
Well, I've been offered 150 by 3 different people.
Okay.
And one would even said they'd go higher. But, you know, it's like you said, I'm trying to figure out whether it's a good decision or bad, because I figured if everybody wants an asset, maybe there's something I don't know, you know?
Right. Are you holding it as an investment property, or do you live there? Like, what's your situation? What's going on?
They're rental properties.
Okay.
The one in Lafayette is a single family. One in Leonard is a duplex.
Okay.
One above the other. But some guy offered me $425,000 for both of them. And I thought, gee, that sounds awful good. Is the money not going to be bad eventually or something? Is that why everybody's trying to buy these houses? You know, or make a mistake and sell them?
Right.
What? You know,
that makes sense.
don't know what to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, because they're good incoming properties for you, it sounds like, right?
Well, they are. I make $34,000 a year.
That's awesome.
You know? Yeah, but you know, I'm 82, and I don't know if I can keep this up. So I'm trying to toss this around in my head which way to go.
Yeah.
Because some people wanted to give me a land contract, and I thought, gee, they're 82. How would they pay it off? You know?
Right.
And then I had some friends who sold 2 of their houses on a land contract. You know, now they're at forfeiture.
Oh man.
Stop paying. And so to avoid that risk, although I like it, I prefer it that way. I'm just too old.
Yeah.
Those years.
So
what's your situation that you're buying so many houses?
Say that again.
What's your situation that you're buying so many houses?
So I'm a 32. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm 33 now. I just turned 33. I'm 33 years old. This is how I take care of my family, man. This is what I do full time. So okay. I'm buying Grand Rapids. We buy them. We do, we buy with owner financing and land contracts. I sell on land contracts. I have a couple rentals. And then some of them I come in and fix up and resell. So this is my business, right? This is, that's why I'm looking to buy specifically. I don't know why everybody else is. And so, and I live right up off Leonard. So I'm not too far from where you're at. I live at Leonard over by the Highlands in Blandford. So
what number?
What number? What?
What's your house number?
What number? What do you mean?
What's your house number?
Oh, I don't know if I want to give you my house number.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Where I live, but I live close to like right across the street from the Highlands. So let me ask you this. Do you want to sell it? Like, when you think about it, do you want to sell it or do you not want to sell it? Like, when you're just like, apart from anybody asking you, if nobody was asking you, would you want to sell them for cash, or would you want to do like continue to get a monthly payment or rent it or owner finance it? Like, best case scenario, what do you want?
Well, I think I'd probably go for cash.
Okay. And you do want to sell it then. You do want to sell it. You just want to make sure you're making a good decision.
Yes.
So how will you know you've made the right decision selling it to me or anybody else for that matter?
I really honestly don't know.
Okay.
That's holding me back. I got to get some sort of feel for one way or the other. So right now I'm working on the Lafayette house, getting ready to rent.
Okay.
And it's all ready. And working through the Salvation Army.
That's awesome.
And so, the people didn't really break up the place, but they just messed it up a lot.
Yeah.
So I've been at it for about a month now.
So what is?
I'm doing it myself.
Yeah. So what does life look like if you were to sell these properties? Like, why sell? Like, wave a magic wand for me. You know, you've sold the properties. What are you doing? Where are you at? Like, why would you do all that?
Good question. That's another one tumbling around my mind. What would I do with all that cash? You know, we're not travelers. We do spend time in Florida, but I live in a little ranch house of about 2.5 to 3 acres. I got a garden, whole barn, so we stay pretty much close to home.
Okay.
So I still ask myself, what am I going to do with all that cash? You know. So that's why, one way I was thinking about land contract, the other way I was thinking about, well, I could pay out 15% plus the state plus the city. You know, by the time I end up with money, so it's not like you're losing a third. Which again, not that I can't afford. It's just, still I just hang out at houses and leave my children. You know, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna put your name down on this phone number.
Yeah.
And what's your name again?
My name's Ronnie Walker.
Ronnie Rock.
Yeah, just put Ron. Ron is fine.
Ron Walker.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna put down this number, and if I come to some sort of conclusion, I'm gonna call and see the show.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm going to be the right buyer for you, man. I'll just be on. But I am local. I'd love to help you out. Is there anything, you know, outside of doing this that I could do to help you, or what are you thinking?
Well, at this point, no. But what you do remodeling for other people or anything?
Right now I do not do remodeling for other people. Unfortunately, it's just in house that we're doing it.
I mean, you hire the work done?
Yeah, so I hire, and then I actually have my brother. He was a builder in Alaska. I grew up in Alaska, so my brother actually he's on his way down here to help me kind of manage the teams, and he's going to be doing some of the building and remodeling for me as well.
So now, how many houses do you own now?
Right now I own. So I just sold a portfolio literally 3 months ago of 54 houses. So wow. Right now I just picked up 2 that I just bought in the last couple of weeks. And so at the moment I own 2 houses. But I've actually built and sold 2 portfolios. And then from there, like this last year, I bought 28 houses this last year.
Wow.
That I actually purchased.
Wow. So you're loaded with cash too. You don't know what to do with it.
I would say that I invest in the homes. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at buying them and doing with owner financing, and because this is the way I make money for our family, right? Is to turn around and owner finance them and hold them. So that's why it's just important to figure out, hey, do you want to hold them? Do you want to owner financing? Where do you want the cash to go? Because you know how the world's going. The world, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, sure do. That's part of my problem.
Right. So, but yeah, so we're open to buy them. We're open to sell. I've got a team. We're in and out. It's part of the business. It's what we're doing.
Yep, I understand.
So, well, hey, Leon, put my number down. You think about it, and I'll touch base with you here like after Christmas or so.
Fantastic.
All right, Leon. Have a good day. Bye. All right. Well, that was fun. I think that is going to be my last one, gentlemen, or guys, or women, or whoever else is watching. Sorry about that. I hope everyone's doing well. So that's going to be it. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll be back soon. Peace.